Yeah, folks, Coach Simmons here. And we got to think outside the box. I'm all for this whole thing about, keeping the MEAC alive. And we're thinking about, other HBCUs to bring up Albany State, Savannah State, Winston-Salem State, Bowie State. But so if you're going to pick up a state school, think outside the box. You have all these PWI conferences taking these HBCU schools. Why don't an HBCU conference take a PWI school? How big would it be if Kennesaw State joined the MEAC? Now, yes, we do know Kennesaw State is not a HBCU. Not even close. But Kennesaw State is in Atlanta, well, close to Atlanta, which is an HBCU market. And first come, first serve. You have a team with a foothold in an HBCU market. What does that mean? Well, quite simply put, because it's not an HBCU now, it's a PWI, does not mean it cannot eventually become a PWI that is mostly African American. Because you've seen all these kids who are flipping 4 stars, 5 stars, whatever, and going to HBCUs. Where are they mostly coming from? Georgia. You get a D1 HBCU conference-led school in Georgia. You're going to have games. You're going to have games with your SC States and North Carolina Centrals and Norfolk States and Howards coming to Atlanta yearly, which means you can recruit Atlanta. Now, I understand. I get it. Some of y'all are scared. You're scared you may get a beat down Kennesaw State yearly. I get it. It makes sense. I mean, A&T went up there and lost 14-0. But you have that chance to get more recruiting. So, yes, it may be in Celebration Bowl in year 1. Maybe year 2. But you have to understand something, people. Having a team in Atlanta eventually will drain the Power 5. Because the pageantry is all HBCUs have. Now we have a link with great football in a great HBCU city. There is nothing stopping. Originally I was going to do a video about, Tennessee State being offered or talked to by the SWAC commissioner. When I went through my timeline, I saw that I actually did a video like that before about Tennessee State joining the SWAC. So I was just going through YouTube to see if I can get any kind of ideas, anything. I'm not going to lie to you. I told you. I get motivated by comments. People motivate me by, hey, what about this? If it sparks a light, it goes off. Kennesaw State is one of them comments. Kennesaw State and the MEAC would be a game changer. I'm not talking about the football part. Because we all agree Kennesaw State will probably be the best HBCU conference football team. Completely. I would love to see them play Jackson State. That would be awesome. But we're missing the big picture. The big picture is perception. The MEAC has been dominant over the SWAC. They beat them in basketball, football, baseball, checkers, bowling, cornhole, whatever sport you think of. MEAC just keeps beating the SWAC. But the perception outside of HBCU sources is the SWAC is getting more attention. Even though they lose. Remember, Alcorn thing? We started in the A, we're going to end in the A. No. Jackson State, the whole thing was, we won the title this week, we're going to win one in 2 weeks. No. The MEAC is controlling that. But the perception is, it's all about the SWAC. That's why Kennesaw State is so important. But not for football. Atlanta is the #1 black media market in the country. You have teams, I know they're Marietta, I get it. Okay, calm down. Hit backspace on the thing, hit backspace. But you have teams like SC State, NC Central, Norfolk, Howard, Morgan, even Delaware State, rolling up into Kennesaw State, bringing the bands. And it's going to be a cross game, right? So they may have a cross game with Alabama State, Alabama A&M. Jackson may nut up and go play. That's the thing. Kennesaw State gives you the football you need, but it also gives you location and the media coverage you're going to want. So what's that mean? Simply put, if Kennesaw State can go to the MEAC, it will change the game. And I know people are going to say, well, hey, look, coach, it's all good and dandy, but you forget, man, they're not a HBCU, they're PWI. So, PWI conferences are taking HBCU schools. Why can't an HBCU conference take a PWI school? I'll wait. Because you can. It's about opportunity. If they see themselves being able to get into markets like the DC area with Howard and Norfolk, get in the Carolina market, and they see themselves being able to play in a Celebration Bowl, which is a big game apparently, for the next couple of years. Yeah, they'll have to give up the playoff system for 2 or 3 years. But they'll get a chance to play in a bowl game that pays them more. And you can't tell me the SWAC wouldn't finally be fighting their ass off to play the Black National Championship game against Kennesaw State. You can't have the Black National Champions for PWI, right? That's what I'm saying. This would be great for all sides. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they got to do it because, quite frankly, the MEAC is on his last legs. We all know that Howard and SC State have been offered. People want them outside of the conference. We know that. So what happens when the offer comes by? If someone comes by and says, hey, SC State, come to the Big South. Then you get down to what, 6 schools? Have when Howard leaves, down to 5. Right now you're at 7. Bringing in Kennesaw State will give you a nice, safe 8. At least stave off extinction until the end of the Celebration Bowl contract. And by having a team in Atlanta, that gives your other schools chances to recruit Georgia. But what do I know? Coach Simmons, I'll holler at you later.